Howdy folks. Okay, forewarning, just like in the last few videos, I do have my car running. I think I might die if I didn't do that, so we're just gonna have to deal with, you and I both, the sounds. Hopefully you can forgive me. Today's video is gonna be a little bit different. I am making part 2 of my guide to vehicle dwelling, also known as van life. My gosh, it's really not easy to film in here. I mean, can you tell? I'll be sprinkling in these videos into my usual content to create this guide. And today's video is all about electricity, specifically in the form of a Jackery power station. Or was that not obvious? If you're new here, I once lived in this car for 3 years. The past 2 years I have been in my van, and now we're back in Hotel Civic. And I'm putting together all kinds of things that I've learned over my almost 5 years now living in vehicles to assist you in doing the same. Over the last several years, I have learned so much, so many tricks, different strategies to make this lifestyle sustainable, and have discovered a lot of different devices and tools to do that as well. One being, very importantly, a Jackery power station. I started out with this Jackery 160. Isn't it cute? It's a little baby. I'll always treasure it. I think it really is at least one of the top 2 important purchases that I made to prepare myself to live in this car. I got this 160 before I had ever even had a conversation, let alone partnered up with Jackery. Partnership came later, and I'm really happy to have been able to bring this to fruition and actually partner up with them. And I'm doing that again today. I'm partnering up with them to bring to you this new power station that they just released. Meet the Jackery Explorer 1000 V2 and its companion, the 200-watt solar panel. This baby just came in yesterday, and the solar panels today. It's here. I have had the luxury of testing out several of Jackery's power stations, and they've all been great, but what I'm really excited about with this 1000 V2 is that it is stronger, faster, and smaller. I couldn't wait. I unboxed everything as soon as I got it, and now nobody flip a lid. I didn't buy a house. Okay, sometimes I am just in homes. I'm gonna show you how this works in case you are new to the power station world. I mean, it doesn't really get any more simple. Press the power button, plug in whatever cord you need. You press whatever corresponding button. So I've got DC USB button here, and plug in your device. Boom, charging. I don't yet have outlets in my van, so even though it is obviously a much more luxurious, if you can call it that, space than being in my car is, I make smoothies with my NutriBullet from my Jackeries. I still charge my devices from them. I do everything that I need to do device charging and powering wise with my Jackeries. You can't live in a car without a fan. I don't think you can do it. And I use rechargeable ones, and I charge them throughout the night. That way this stays on all night long. Actually, right now my phone is a little bit low, and my car accessory charger is non-operational, which is really inconvenient. Really glad that I have a Jackery for times like this, truly. 18%. I have made smoothies, I've powered a heated blanket. Ooh, I have a portable 12-volt rice cooker. I've made rice from these. I've had a mini electric skillet, a mini oven, a mini toaster, all things that I have used off of Jackery's. Actually, can you believe the nerve that I had the last year? I don't really remember how long I did it, but I had a refrigerator right here where I'm sitting that I ran 24/7 so that I could have refrigerated foods and have a place to put my leftovers and even have ice cream while I lived in my car. That is bananas that I did that just because of space. I can't believe I sacrificed that much space. I got a little wild. Now, if this was an SUV, I'd probably still do that. But I was able to do that as I chose by running off of Jackery's. They were really enabling me in my wild decisions. Things are everywhere. I'm remembering what it was like to live in here. We're not in here yet. We're not fully transitioned or anything. And even just sitting in here to film this, I'm like, oh man. This new 1000 V2 is stronger. It has a higher output in dual charging, so I can charge multiple devices at once. Obviously, you're gonna want to be able to do that. It's also faster, which is super cool. Sometimes I do tote one of these into like a cafe with me whenever I'm gonna try and escape the heat, or just have a workspace that feels more effective for me to get into a work mode. I'll bring one of these in with me, and it's really nice to be able to get an entire full charge within an hour. An hour! If you haven't had a power station before, that is quick. The 200-watt solar panels are bifacial, which simply means energy gets absorbed from the front of the panels, like normal, like you know solar panels to be, and from the back of the panels. So any light that reflects from the ground will also be absorbed on the back side. This couldn't have come at a better time. With me transitioning back into Hotel Civic, I need something to be smaller for obvious reasons, and it is nearly 20% smaller than the earlier model. Yeah, the one I used to have that got stolen from me when my storage unit was broken into. So I unfortunately don't have it anymore to compare the two. But if you want to see what I'm talking about, Google Jackery 1000 V2 and you'll see the size comparison there. And it's significant. And that matters in a space like this. That's a big deal around here. It also has a foldable handle. It's so funny how remarkable that is for people who live in vehicles. It's just a different ball game when you can put the handle down and be able to set something on top of it. For me, that typically is just another Jackery, just because I have a collection of them. I love them so much. But you would be surprised just how much that space right there is a hot commodity. It also makes it easier to carry. That's kind of hard to describe, but you'll just have to see for yourself. Yeah, I have a water pick in my car. What about it? I can't bring myself to floss with regular floss. I really like these. Microphones. Switch. That's right, I'm a gamer girly. I have a little drone. Oh, I'm making a mess. Let's do my hotspot, which is on and running right now. Charging up with this AC outlet cable could not be more simple. The most no-brainer way to charge a power station, just like how you would plug anything else in at home. Or, of course, you can use a solar panel. They have never failed me. I highly recommend them. In fact, I ended up in a conversation with a woman who I ran into at the post office whenever I was picking this up yesterday, who knew all about Jackeries, and I got kind of excited about it, which I'm realizing it sounds really dorky now, but it's just, to me, it's a sign that you know about vehicle dwelling if you know about Jackery. Not that the two have to be together, but in my world they just are. So I was like, oh, you know about Jackery? Do you live in a van or anything? She just offered up, yeah, I've been looking at them a lot and really considering it because it's a goal of mine, a dream, to live in a van. And I was like, oh, girl. And I was like, I highly recommend them. I just raved about them to her for a while, and then we talked a lot about van life. And actually, I don't know why I didn't think to mention this to her, but also she might be watching this. Hey Michelle, I hope you are, because what I should have mentioned to you is that I have a discount for you. You can still get early bird pricing for this new 1000 V20 and the 200 watt solar panel if you use the link in the description below and use my discount code. That's good now through June 14th, so take advantage while you can. And that's it from me. Until next time, folks. See you later. Oh, it's messy in here. Alright, is that enough examples? Because I got more if you need more. I've really done it now. Kindle, laptop, oh my knees, toothbrush. I just recently got an inflator for like pull floats. Don't make fun of me. Oh my gosh, there's like electronics everywhere. Holy schmoly. Really cool. It just hits a little different. I don't want to clean this mess. Oh, I'm gonna rip my hair out. I think I'm losing my mind. You know what I'm saying. I'm a human. Oh boy. Oh, my knees. I can't believe I did this for as long as I did. I can't believe it. Anyway, put a pin in that for another time. No. Ooh, it's getting a little toasty in here. Going in the door. Ow. Frick.